Benefits to anti-bias education in students are enormous. One of the things, I'll talk about two things. Thing one is all schools for the most part emphasize community service and service learning as a component of whatever. Either you need community service hours or it's just like a thing that the school does. But if you skip the step of helping students understand how to enter into the communities they're serving, then I think that what you're ending up creating for students are empty opportunities where they can kind of run into a situation, feel like they're doing good without asking what's needed, and then they leave. And I do think that's tied to anti-bias education. So if you ask students currently about the people who are experiencing homelessness, most of the students will talk about, oh, they're drug addicts or they're alcoholics, or they won't think anything about them at all, but they think, I'm just going to go collect a bunch of socks and I'll give them to a shelter. But have they asked the shelter what the shelter needs? Do they know anything about people experiencing homelessness? So part of it is asking students to do the legwork to learn about the identities of the communities that they're either making assumptions about or being asked to assist. And I think the other big component is, again, attached to identity, this idea that we have multiple aspects to who we are. It's not just one thing. We're not just Jewish, Black, white, homeless, whatever it might be. And so to help students learn, you can do this kindergarten through whatever, help them think about how many different aspects of who they are, sort of complete them, and the idea that identity is fluid. It helps them understand that, like, you don't really know anybody's story until you ask, and that just like you're not one thing, somebody else isn't that thing either. So identity is a great way to enter into anti-bias education, and I think it's a lasting benefit because it helps students see that like each individual is more nuanced and more dynamic than they probably would have thought about otherwise.